Hi everyone, remember me? It's been a while. Actually I haven't really had anything to show you besides from a few washcloths. I've been working on the Wednesday wipeout with Laura from Mimi's Crochet and Farming. I finally finished them, of the winter ones anyways. I haven't done any spring ones. These are some of the ones I've done. The rest of them. The first 10 I showed you on my previous snowflake. And this is can't remember the names of them. This is supposed to be a poinsettia or a holly or something. I don't know. And this had a scrubby in the middle. And this one I could actually use that for Valentine's Day. So I think I'll put that in the back room right now. So now I've got all my winter ones that I've made. I think there's 15 of them altogether. So I've got lots of washcloths. Plus remember title of the week Thursday? I did a lot of mosaic. The mosaic ones I did in cotton. And so those went into washcloths. So I've got those washcloths also. So I got too many washcloths to do it. So those are finished. Also, the other finished remember the Themis shawl? I showed you progress my last video. I showed you the progress on it. This is it's called Triangular Scarf Themis. It's not very big. I guess it's by Claudia Tesar, Tesar, on Ravelry. You can find her on Ravelry. This pattern was gifted to me by Anita from Yarn Tales and Books. And this is how it turned out. It's not a very big one, but it's pretty. I like the texture. Can't tell too much, but this texture, which I like. The yarn I used was from Yarn Bee. It was one of those authentic hand-dyed yarn. It's a one-way, I believe. Yeah, it's a one-way, and it was I got it on their clearance, one of their clearance. I think actually it was the very first clearance one I went to a couple 3 years ago or so. When I first started crocheting, I first heard about Hobby Lobby's clearance that they have every year in the summer. The color is called Coral Carrot. So that was that. I used a G-hook, 4mm G-hook on this. So that was this one. Thanks, Anita. I finally finished it. So, my projects or my goals for the year, I don't really have any. I had just two. One of them was that I wanted to do the Zoomy Auntie's blanket that Trisha from Mama Swift designed for us. In Zoom, we each picked out our favorite stitch, and she figured out how to put them all in a blanket for us. So that was quite a while ago, and I've been wanting to start it. I finally started it. This is what I've got so far. I've still got, I think there's a total of 20 of us that put in our stitches. So this bottom one, the very first section, is Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming, Lala's favorite stitch. That's a triad stitch. Well, I should have written all this down. I think I did somewhere. No, I didn't. Which notebook did I put it in? I know I put it in some notebook. I can't remember what the stitches are. Okay. The next one was, this blue was the lemon peel stitch. Who was the lemon peel stitch? I think that's Lynn Como from Zoom. And that's that section. I've been separating each section with a single crochet in black. This brownish one is the herringbone, which, yeah, I should have written that down too. I think that was Nina's Knots Crochet, Lynn Ann. That was her stitch. And the next one is the back post from Post Trouble. Back Post Trouble. That was from Bree, from Breezy's Creations. Breezy's Creations, Designs and Creations, something like that. Breezy's from Bree. And I'll put all their channel names below. The next one was in this color. This was the Moss Stitch, and Moss Stitch was Moss Stitch. Oh, I thought I would remember all this. I did write those down too somewhere. Stitch. Oh, I got stuff in here I don't need anymore. Oh, nope, that's not it. However, the Moss Stitch was, I can't remember who it was now. What have I done so far? Well, this is the purple one. That's Lynette. That was her stitch. What was her stitch? The double crochet X stitch. And this last section I made was back loop half double crochet. That was Jackie from Crochet ADHD. Whose was the most? Oh, I know I. That's gonna bug me now. That is going to bug me now. I wrote down the stitches. So I wouldn't remember the stitches. Forget the stitches, but I can't remember who did what. I've got all kinds of things written down here, but no, all the double duck ears. Things that I don't need anymore. Just down. Good draw colors and some animals. Madonna's address. Probably in another notebook. I had it all written down. All our stitches were all written down here somewhere. I'll find it. I got it pausing. I got it. This is going to drive me crazy. I didn't have it written down. I was writing a pattern. Okay. The moss stitch was Joanne. Sorry, Joanne. Joanne Barnes. She's one of the Zoom aunties. Okay, she was the moss stitch. Sorry. It's written down right in the pattern. Right. I knew I had it written down somewhere. I just wasn't the one that wrote it down. So that is it so far. My next part will be Jan's. The Suzette stitch will be next. I have to look up to see how to do the Suzette stitch. I mean, she didn't write down all the instructions, how to do this stitch and that stitch. And just look up on YouTube and look up in your crochet stitch dictionary if you have one. I just look it up on YouTube to refresh myself on how to do the different stitches. But it's been fun. It's really neat. I've been trying to do in colors that they like. I did Laws in orange and Jan's in blue. But I'm just using up my scraps. I'm not going out to buy another blue because I don't have another blue. I'm trying to use up what I've got in my scraps because most of my yarn is a skein of this, a skein of that, a skein of this because I got it at a lot of it. I got it at tag sales. A big bag of tag sales a couple of times, and lady at church gave me a big bag of yarn, so that's from my mostly scraps. So I'm trying to use those up. So this is what my Zoologist blanket is so far. And that is that it? Oh, also I'm trying to do the bottom hat blues. I stopped doing those hats for a while, so I'm going to get in and try and do those hats. So last week's hat is a so organized. It is a it's a bucket hat. I can't remember the name. Easy bucket hat or something like that. It's used. She uses. It's mostly V stitches so far. It's just V stitches, and she holds two 4-weight yarns together. And I'm using a 5.5 eye hook. That's what she used. So that's what I've got so far. The yarn I'm using is a Big Twist value yarn in the color Rust. And the other yarn I'm using is probably a Red Heart Super Saver in Pumpkin. That's my guess, but I'm not sure. It's just an orange color. So that's my progress on that so far. I'm using 5.5 hook. So that's what I'm working on. What the other thing that I want to accomplish this year is that I've been promising my son a skull blanket. He likes skulls. So I finally got the pattern picked out. It's called All Skulls by Sixel. 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 Sixel Designs. She's on Ravelry. Yeah. Yes, and I bought I think it's on Ravelry, or maybe I bought it from her website. I'm not sure, but she's got a website too. And I think it must be Ravelry. Because the pattern was, I bought the pattern. Excuse me. I bought the pattern, so that's finally got the pattern, and I'm just figuring out the yarns that I want to use and how much I need and all that. I've got some yarns picked out. I want to use the Premier Low Pill, Premier Everyday Low Pill yarns. I've used that yarn for my Yaya's Boy and my, excuse me, Sophie's Universe, and I like it, and it's low pill. And if I'm making a really nice blanket, I don't want it taking it. Use one that tends to pill, because I don't know what tends to pill. I know Karen Chunky pilled awful. I made my the only wearable I made. It's a sweater, and yeah, it pilled something terrible. So use something like that for a blanket. So I just have to, I think I'm going black and white for most of it. Although there's different sections. This is like skulls facing you, the skulls facing this way, the skulls facing that way. And then they've got all skeletons. It's a mosaic. It's, I just hope I can do it. Because some of the stitches are diagonal. Diagonal up, diagonal down. They've got triangle stitches. And a couple other, but and it's not a written pattern. It's got a graft, but it also has tutorials on the different stitches. So I've read reviews, and there's at least a couple of people that said this is the first time doing a mosaic blanket, and I find it very easy to follow. So hopefully they're correct. Because I can always ask Anita why that. Tails and hooks for help, because she does mosaic a lot. She's really big into mosaic, and she's done some beautiful, beautiful mosaic pattern blankets. I'll have to check her out. Yarn tails and hooks. And that's it for today. That's all I got. That's all I'm working on. I'm working on actually two things: the blanket and a Hatapalooza. I just don't want to get into too many things at once, because I don't crochet too fast either. I tend to daydream while I'm crocheting. So that's it for now. And I don't know what I'll put out another video probably when I got more done on the blanket. A few hats made. Once I get started on my Mosaic Blanket. I'll show you. I don't know when I'm going to get started on that. I haven't even bought the yarn yet, so we'll see. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Good, and I will catch you again sometime. Bye.